I'm Steve from FHOSS. We're going to show you through the FHOSS Field live portal and the key parts of it, including the evidence locker and how you access the plethora of data that's included. So on the live portal, we've got a number of different options. We're able to see, as a fleet operator, all of our vehicles on the left-hand side, showing entire fleets, showing which vehicles are online in green, total fleet size in black, and we're then able to drill down and see specific vehicles, and even vehicles that are live see specific cameras that are fitted to those vehicles and the fact that they are live and they're fully active. That's our main way of seeing an overview of our fleet. From there, we're able to see the location of where the vehicle is positioned. We can check tracking, we can check that it's in the right location, and we can also go to a live video feed to see what the vehicle is doing at that specific moment in time. So we've got a live view, we can see all the cameras are active, and it's just a real quick dive in to make sure that everything is set up as it should be. The red zones that we see on these particular views is because this vehicle is fitted with what we call AI or pedestrian detection cameras, the FHOSS Field system, and allows us to see those detection zones, and if there happened to be an encroachment live, we'd see it live on the system. Following on from live view, that's just a quick overview that we're able to see that the system is fully operational as it is. We stop the video and then we go into our most valuable part of our system, which allows us to view events which have occurred, which have been triggered by the system fitted to the machine. So this is what we call our evidence locker. Our evidence locker is triggered events. On most of these events, they are events that have occurred from pedestrian detection cameras. So the camera has detected somebody, created an alarm within the cab, an alarm view on the monitor for the driver as well, but then sent that data automatically into a cloud server. This means that we are able, or the client is able, to go in and view evidence of detection with the vehicle not even being switched on or online. So this is historic data we can go in and analyse at any time. For example, we might want to go in and see specific footage or a specific still of an operator working close. They've had a detection, that's the alarm that the operator will have seen in the vehicle itself, and that's what they've actually detected. So that may generate internally on that business an inquiry or a request to say, why was that person operating in that area? Especially if that client has set out an exclusion zone around that machine, when they have barriers that maybe individuals should be behind, it may lead them to take action to ensure that safety is working at its optimum on that particular site and we don't have an incident with collision. These are ultimately trying to detect people to prevent collisions, and something like this generates the requirement potentially for retraining to ensure that those collisions don't occur. So across the fleet, again, the fleet operator will have the opportunity to go in and select a specific vehicle, a specific location, and drill into the data specifically just for that vehicle. So we're saying up here, what dates do I want to have a look at the data for? What vehicle do I want to analyse the data for? Selectable down here, and then go in and see the specifics for it. So everything is fully customisable. I can go in and look at the data going back historically. Approximately 30 days we retain the data for. We find that most clients will access the information that they require within that period of time. That allows us to then go in and look specifically at an event which has occurred. So that specific one there is detected somebody, they are the other side of a wall, so the customer will go in and analyse that and say, even though it's within my prescribed detection zone of 4 metres, the person is the other side of a wall, that's safe, I'm happy with that, that doesn't go down as a near miss. But there will undoubtedly be other detections that are picked up, which may be classified as a near miss, or may be classified as something that requires further action. That somebody again is operating very, very close to the operating bucket of the machine, should they be in the vehicle or not, etc., etc. This is down to site-specific safety requirements and what they have set. The customer is analysing this, not us. We've provided the ability to detect, the ability to get the recorded data and the triggers. It's then down to the client to manage that and do the correct actions from that information. But most importantly, they take action, and that's what we encourage people to do. All of our clients which have this system fitted go into this portal, go into the evidence side to see what is going on their sites. It allows them to take action, preventative action, rather than reactive action. We can see people approaching the side of the vehicle, they're in the exclusion zone. This is what the client has set at the exclusion zone. So they may want to say, why are those people operating too close to the vehicle, and then actually act upon it. The evidence locker is a great tool for the health and safety professional. it allows them to quickly gather near-miss information that they wouldn't otherwise have reported to them. This is evidence which, on some of these that we've seen, aren't necessarily classified as a near-miss, but some that are, and they can then be included in future policies and future action to make sure that the incidents don't occur. Another very important tool is what we call our track. Now, most of the vehicles that we fit to are plant and machinery. They're operating on sites. So we're not going to see tracks of vehicles moving across the UK, but it can provide really important information as to the safety of the site and where particular events are occurring on a site, and again, allow the operator to change not just the behaviour of the vehicle and the individuals, but actually change how those vehicles move around that site to make it safer. So we can select a vehicle again from the side, we can select a time, and we can grab a lot of information which is going to tell us on those red dots what is occurring. So on those red dots on that particular track, the blue line is showing exactly where that vehicle has moved around that site on the particular day chosen. The red dots are triggered events, the detections as we have selected in this instance. So those are the areas where the client has had detection. So it may mean that in the particular area here, they may want to look at the reasons why. What is that area first? Click on one of the detections and it'll go straight to it and provide a video still or a still image of what's actually happened in that area and why it's being detected. They may look at that and say, that's the reason for the triggered event, that's a safe area, I don't need to act on it. Or conversely, they might find that there is a requirement to act on. We can even go in and play back specific recording from that particular location if we want to say, why are those people operating in that area, what's going on around that barrier, why have they been detected, and is it something that I need to act on? So it's very, very quick to get to the information. Gone are the days where if an incident occurred, the fleet operator, the safety professional would have to go in and find the specific event and see what had happened. Now they can go straight to it. With the alarm clips, if it's a triggered event, they can go straight to it, or if it's in a specific location, again, they can do it straight from the vehicle track and see that evidence pertaining to a specific event. Most important events that we consult with our client, and in terms of these, they're pedestrian detections. Those are the most important ones being identified. Those are automatically pushed into the cloud so the client doesn't have to find them. They are sent to them. With all of these events here, we can trigger a still image, we can trigger video, so 5 seconds before, 10 seconds after an event, and we can automatically push that information to an email address as well. Most of the time, our clients will have regular access and set up access to go to the evidence locker regularly during the day or during the week. Other operators do want every specific event sent to them where they can go in and analyse. It's down to the client's requirement. But all of that is available through the FHOSS Evidence Locker on the FHOSS portal. A lot of other information is available. As you can imagine, we're gathering a lot of different data points at any one time. The vehicle is moving, so we're gathering vehicle speed, we're gathering the location, we're gathering triggered events of alarm triggers. All of this data is available to the fleet professional, the health and safety people, to say, what do I want to do to analyse that? So therefore there is a lot of reports that are available, almost like a tracking report, but with more detail, because all of the specific alarm triggers have been gathered as well, and they are available from these reports to go straight to them to see what has occurred. The data is great. Going into seeing the specific events is a much better visual way of seeing what's actually happened on your site and allowing you to take further action.